Hello beautiful beings, how are you today? In this video we're going to talk about auras and what they are. But before I get into the video, of course I'm going to pull an oracle card for you today. Today I have the Lantern Oracle. Do me a favor, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. I want you to focus on this deck. And of course, whenever you see this video, this card is meant to be for you. It is a timeless reading. And like always, I split the deck in half. And this is your card for today. Misalignment. Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. And this is your message. Consider your reality as a mirror reflecting all of yourself back to you. See yourself through the eyes of compassion and love. Make it a priority to experience yourself in an authentic connection with others and feel your world transform into the joyful fulfillment of all that you have been fighting for. And as usual, I wish you luck on your spiritual journey. So like I said, today's video is all about auras. This topic intrigues me so much and I am excited to share it with you. So you might be asking, the first question that comes up to mind is, what exactly is an aura? So an aura is an electromagnetic field that surrounds the body. Since we all have energy, we all have auras as well. So animals, plants, and even inanimate objects have an aura. And of course, that includes us. There are 7 layers of the aura, and each layer has a specific purpose and meaning, but we will get back into that in a bit. So you don't have to see auras to exactly know what a person's aura is. Most of the time, for people who don't see auras, can feel somebody's aura. The energy of your aura is the first thing that you share when you're meeting somebody new. People often describe this as like your vibe, and you may often feel people's auras in the sense of when you're near somebody and they're draining your energy or maybe adding to your energy. So when you feel somebody's aura, you can often tell when they're lying to you or deceiving you in any kind of way, or when a person can be scary to be around or you feel safe with the person. So you can usually tell that by somebody's energy, somebody's vibe, somebody's aura. So some people actually do have the ability to see auras naturally. When we were younger, we were more attuned to that kind of ability. But most of the time when we ask our parents about it, they would usually shut it down and be like, nah, you're just seeing things, or that's not possible. So then we, in our beliefs, we believe our parents, and so that will shut down our gift and we will no longer see auras. But of course, just like anything that you have learned in the past, you can relearn things again if you choose to. You don't really need to see auras to exactly work with them, but understanding your feeling towards another person or like it's a certain intuition, that can be just enough to understand somebody else's aura. So you might be asking, what's the importance of understanding anybody else's aura or your own aura? And well, it helps you become more intuitive. You learn how to do an equal exchange of energy between other people so you will feel less drained. You can learn how to protect your energy, understanding your aura, so determining what you need or what you want, like what your body needs. And also the most important thing, in my opinion, is learning how to connect to your higher self, which is the full expression of who you are. I also would like to go more deep into what higher self is. A lot of people in the spiritual community love to talk about listening to your higher self or understanding your higher self, getting to know your higher self. But a lot of people who are entering the spiritual community don't understand what your higher self is. So like I said, it is a full expression of who you are. So who you are on this earth is only a small portion of what your higher self is. So the importance of getting to know your higher self will help you access past lives and other experiences that you may or may not have in this life. One of the other main important things to note about understanding your aura is as above, so below, as within, so without. So what's happening in your body is reflected in your aura. So understanding what your aura is, you understand what's happening in your body. So auras has a connection to your chakras. And because chakras are points of energy within your body, the colors of your aura is reflected between the chakras. So there are 7 chakras that correspond to the 7 layers of your aura. Chakras start from the base of your spine and end on the top crown of your head. Chakras that are blocked, stagnant, balanced, open, overactive, or underactive will be reflected in your aura. I will go more in depth of the importance of chakras and what exactly each chakra mean in a later video, but for now I will only list the 7 chakras from bottom to your root, from your crown. So you have the root chakra, then you have the sacral chakra, then you have the solar plexus, then you have the heart chakra, then you have the throat chakra, then you have the third eye, and then you have the crown chakra. So getting to understand your chakra with your aura layers will help you a lot in understanding how to heal your aura if it's in an unbalanced or overactive state. The next important thing to know about learning your aura is the aura layers. So once again, there are 7 layers and each of them correspond to your chakras. So the first layer is your etheric body. This is the closest aura layer to your physical body. It corresponds to your root chakra and represents the connection with the physical world. The second layer is your emotional body. It's the most colorful layer, usually, in your aura, and it corresponds to your sacral chakra. This layer, as in the name of the layer, depicts your emotions. So this specific layer will and can change depending on your mood. So it's never like one specific color. It changes. It could change every minute. It could change any few hours. The third layer is your mental body. It corresponds to your solar plexus. This has to do a lot with your mind and your thinking. So the intensity of this layer depends on how much you use your mind at work, usually. The fourth layer is the astral body. This corresponds to your heart chakra. This is the commuter layer that bridges your spirit realm to the physical world. The fifth layer is the etheric template. This corresponds to your throat chakra because it contains a replica of your DNA, so your physical body. This specific layer can be accessible to you, usually through sound healing, music, and singing. The sixth layer is the celestial body. This layer corresponds to your third eye. This layer is where you can access your higher self, your spirit guides, and just the spirit world overall. This layer can be accessed to you through meditation or practice of communicating to your higher self and your guides. The seventh layer is your casual body. This corresponds to your crown chakra, and it contains info of your past life and purpose of your lifetime. This usually can be accessed through deep meditative states, and this is the layer where you can have a connection with source, which is also you. So now understanding the 7 layers of your aura and which chakra that it aligns to, you might be curious to know what color is your chakra. So I would recommend actually to go on YouTube and to search seeing your aura meditations, and there are a bunch of meditations that you can do to help you access that information. Although not 100% accurate, you might want to get your aura photo taken to know the color of your aura. So I actually did this a few weeks ago just to try it out and just for an experience, knowing that again that is not 100% accurate to the actual color of your aura. So you might be wondering, how the heck do you get to see your aura through photography? Well, to give you a backstory, an aura cam was invented by a man named Guy Coggins. But before that, the predecessor invented by a Russian man named, I can't pronounce it, so I'm just gonna put it down below so you can read it for me. Well, he officially invented the predecessor to the Aura Cam to show the life force of his subjects. Living in New York City, I was very lucky to find a place near me that do aura photography. So essentially, an aura cam is a Polaroid camera hooked up to two metal plates that you put your hands on. So these two metal plates gather electromagnetic measurements and biofeedback that is then sent to the camera, and the camera is coded in a certain way that a number and the frequency of your measurement is corresponded to a color. It was a fun experience going to New York City and getting my aura photo taken. And if you're wondering and want to see where it's at, I do have a vlog and I'm going to show you right now. Hello guys. Yeah.
Hi guys.
She's just stuffing her face.
Smoke vanilla cobra from Dunkin'.
So what we're doing? Okay, first off, we just have to say happy birthday to Victoria.
Thank you.
She's 21.
22.
21. We're stuck at 21.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
We're not aging.
Huh?
We're not aging.
No.
Okay. I'm 21.
So what we're doing today?
We are going to
Aura.
Hold on, let me say that again. We are going. I'm gonna take over. We are going to an aura photo taking place reading place.
Beautifully descriptive.
Right.
So today we're going to an aura photo place
Called Magic Jewelry.
called Magic Jewelry in New York City. We came here early because there's usually like a long line like after it opens for several hours.
It's in Chinatown. Dunkin' Donuts is diagonal from it.
I knew she was at the Dunkin' Donuts.
Hello guys.
Hey, what's up guys?
Today we are getting our aura photos taken to see how it looks. Are you excited?
What colors our auras are. I'm excited.
Do you know anything about it beforehand? Like what colors, what means something?
Yes.
What color do you think you'll be?
Well, my aura is usually like an indigo color with
And what is
white
indigo?
specks. Indigo has to do with like more enlightenment, but I've seen their like chart of like what the colors mean and stuff like that, and it doesn't really like
Match up?
match up. So yes, but we should still get the reading anyways. Alright guys, I made it out to the front of Magic Jewelry. I'm gonna take my aura photos with my beautiful ladies. I'm waiting for them in Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, by Dunkin' Donuts. We're gonna cross on over and see how. I'm gonna show you how the outside looks. I got my aura photos taken.
What color do you think you'll be?
Well, my aura is usually like an indigo color with
And what is
white
indigo?
specks. How you guys feel? Look at mine. Jesus.
I feel colorful. My heart feels
Tingly?
warm. Yeah, tingly.
That's our experience. She was
Very nice.
she was very nice explaining our aura or what it means.
One of them was. The lady
Or
who
sort of.
explained us was nice.
Right.
The lady who took our picture was kind of strange.
Yeah, she was kind of
I wonder what
strange.
her aura looked like. She's probably black.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. I feel like she didn't explain it too well though, because if you look up your colors like online, what aura colors mean, you get I feel like a clearer sense of.
Like I'm
But is
still not
it-
really sure what like red means.
But it's nice. It's nice that we had somebody explain. I guess. Getting my aura photography taken was such an amazing experience and something that I would do again. The only thing that I would not do is get a reading for my aura photo, because I found out on my own exactly what my aura colors means more than what the lady was explaining. But as a first time, it is a lovely experience to get a reading, even though it is not accurate. So to get a little close-up of my aura photo, here's mine. It's so beautiful, and I was not actually surprised on the color of my aura because my beautiful soul sister Julia had explained to me very similarly the colors of my aura. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, she was kind of on point. Yeah, I love my aura so much, and I definitely would take another photo as well. And for funsies, I'm gonna show you my best friend. Her aura photo is so beautiful and so colorful, and it's fun to see. When you figure out your aura color, either through meditation or photography, even though, again, it's not 100% accurate, your next question might be, what do these colors mean? So I would like to emphasize that your aura changes constantly. So depending on your mood or time of day, your energy, or your increase in energy or your decrease in energy, it would change either the color or the intensity of that color. So just like my aura photo, you can see that the colors aren't as intense, and that's because the night before I could not go to sleep due to ascension symptoms. So I woke up really tired and we went to an aura photography place as soon as it opened because it does get crowded during the day, and I wanted to be there first in line so we can get our aura photo taken. So I'm actually gonna list several colors that you would see in your aura and give you some sort of a meaning. You can either take the meaning with you or leave it. So if it doesn't resonate with you, then you can leave that sort of information. Most of the time, these colors and the exact definitions probably won't 100% of the time correspond to who you are, who you feel like you are. But remember that these colors and the definition of these colors are really loosely described, so you'll understand the meaning, but maybe something won't resonate. I don't know if I explained that well. So yeah. So the first color I'm going to talk about is red, and if you don't mind, I'm actually going to read down from my iPad below so I can better explain these colors and hopefully not miss anything. I would of course add descriptors on the bottom as well that you can pause and read, that will go even more in depth than what I am explaining. So, like I said, the color red. So usually when you have color red in your aura, it means that you are in tune to the physical world. It also means that you like physical experience such as exercising or maybe touching, like somebody's touch. It could be eating or just being in nature. Usually people who have red in the aura are quick to be angry and often are labeled as like intense personalities. These people must find healthy ways to release their anger. The next color is orange. It usually means that you like a good adventure. You feel a deep need for play to release tension. It means that you're in tune with your body and love to use it for expression. So that could be dancing or touch as well. This could also mean that you have difficulty connecting to the spiritual side of yourself. The next color is yellow. These people consider themselves as intellectuals. They're genuinely happy, open-minded, and people who love learning. People who have yellow in their aura can be consumed by work because they love to see results, but that can cause them to overwork sometimes. They also have a difficulty seeing certain things in people's perspective, even though that they're open-minded. The next color that we often see is usually like a muted orange, also known as like tan almost. These are very logical and analytical people. They like to keep feelings towards themselves. They are not risk takers. They love to analyze, learn, and understand the 3D reality. And they have a very much linear way of thinking. People who have green in their aura are great listeners and work in places that involve healing. They're open to giving and receiving and are very kind people. They easily attract abundance with ease and rarely feel a sense of lack. These people tend to forget about themselves a lot and give all their energy to other people. So it's important to remember to give energy to yourself always. The next color is blue. These people are intuitively inclined and have a deep need to share their belief with others. They are calm and peaceful people, but can come off as intense during social justice times. They're natural communicators, but they have to be mindful and just use it for good. These people are passionate in work, but need to learn how to have a work and play balance. The next color you might see is violet, or also known as purple. These people have a deep connection with the spiritual realm. They are psychic and intuitive. They can sense and feel the energy of others easily and are empaths. They must learn how to protect themselves energetically because usually these types of people are sensitive to environments or just people around them. The next color you might see is magenta. Sometimes it can come off as pink as well. These people are eccentric and artistic people. They are passionate people who can quickly become obsessed with new projects and ideas. They can easily be bored, so they need to find healthy outlets for their overactive imagination. The next color you might see is turquoise. These people are usually old souls and have a strong calling to progress the human race. They usually want to bring essential teachings back and healing techniques from ancestors. And these people love to do multitasking, and they're really great at it. If you have indigo in your aura, just like I do, that means you are intuition and inner knowing. It is the second highest vibration energy of the color spectrum. These people are extremely sensitive to others' energy and in tune. They tend to know things before they happen. They are seekers by nature and see the world as something bigger than themselves as individuals. The last color that you might see in your aura is either white or sometimes it's called crystal. These people are extremely rare. They transcend the limitations of the physical 3D realm and often unconcerned with worldly matters and ambition rather than purity and truth. And that's all the colors that you might see in your aura. Sometimes there might be other colors that show up, but I would recommend maybe researching and better understanding your aura. So not all the time you're gonna have one aura. They're gonna be a mixture of colors in your aura. So by the definition and comparing it to your aura, you can come up with something that is more tailored to you. For example, I have 3 colors in my aura. So you can see a lot of indigo color. And then the lighter color, which is not as tense, can be considered as violet or purple, like a lighter shade of purple. And if you look at my hands, you can see blue. Like my best friend, she has a whole bunch of different colors. And that usually means she has a lot of different things happening in her life. And she can look at her colors and look at the definition, and once again it will be more tailored to her. Now that you understand auras just a little bit better, go out and practice, meditate, and really sit and try to feel out your aura and get to know the colors that make up you. I wish you a lot of luck, and if you actually know what color your aura is, put it down in the comments. I want to get to know you more on a personal level, just knowing the colors of your aura. I hope that you like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sending you a lot of light and love as usual. Bye!